guys, it's Shanice. Hey guys, I'm Shanice and hey guys, I have nothing better to do because of quarantine, so I figured I'd make a video about being black in Thailand because who doesn't need a video on that? No, but for like I've been here going on 3 years almost, and before I first moved here, it was like seriously so hard to find videos of people who looked like me and was traveling. So like I feel like it's time for me to make a video, and I know I had like this whole time to make videos, but I don't know, I didn't feel like it, which is selfish because like I said, like I did not find any videos prior to me moving here. So I feel like, I don't know, this is kind of a good time. I'm ready to make a video on it because I guess now I'm more experienced too. Like that's just it. Like I'm more experienced on just a lot of things, and I feel like it's just right for me to share with you. And I hope you like it, and I hope it's informative, and yeah man, I hope you can hear me. And the camera is super far away because I could not get it to position because it was just cutting all types of my head off. So I actually hope, because I'm not doing this over again. Let's get into the video. Number one, I would say, is people are gonna stare. Like, I feel like that's something that you just cannot avoid. Like, people are gonna stare. Like, stare. And I mean, like, when they stare, they stare. Like, it's intense. Like, you know, at home or wherever you're from, but like, for me, for me, like, I was brought up, don't stare at people and don't point at people. Like, that's just like my background, how I was brought up. I was taught that was very rude. But you know, like, if you do stare at somebody and they catch you staring, you automatically look away because you don't want to get caught. Even if they kind of did catch you looking away, you still looked away. You know what I'm saying? But like here, no. When you catch them staring, they still stare. So it's like you guys are in a staring contest. And it's so annoying because, like, for me, like, I'm stubborn AF. Like, I'ma stare back at you, especially if I feel like you're being rude. If I feel like you're being like curious and stuff, then I'll be like, okay, like, I'll look away because I'm like, okay, this person is curious. Like you can gauge how the person's staring at you and what they're thinking when they're staring at you. Like, you can kind of gauge it because they like give different expressions. Like, I'm such an expert in this stuff, it's crazy. You can gauge it. So like, if they're being curious, I'll be like, okay, whatever. But like, if I see like they're trying to be funny and like slick and stuff, like I'm like this. I'm about to make you feel so uncomfortable. No, like, seriously, I'm gonna make you feel uncomfortable. Like, stop staring at me. Like, I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It makes the situation awkward. Like, it's just weird. But yeah, so that's the first thing is, and let me just like put this little snippet in there. Like, all what I'm saying is my experience and also like general. But obviously it's 99.9 my experience because obviously I was the one who experienced it. So I don't want like anyone to think like, oh, this is how everyone in Thailand thinks, because that's absolutely not what I'm saying. Like, it's just a select few. It's not everyone. Like, as a country and as a people, Thailand and Asians like are so sweet. They really are very sweet people. And yeah, they're very sweet people. So this is not like, oh, the whole country, the whole continent of Asia, because it's definitely not. It's a select few. Just like in your country, like, there's a select people who are just ignorant and like bad minds. So for a female with natural hair care, like that is very hard to come by. And if you do order it online, man, it's so expensive. It's really expensive. But I will say within like last year and this year, no, within last year, a few girls have started up a thing where they like bring stuff from America or their home country here and they sell it, which is really awesome. And they don't like tax and make it more expensive, so that's really cool because, you know, they as in Asians don't understand our hair, so I would not trust it. Like, I wouldn't trust it. I mean, I've seen a couple of girls on YouTube where they got their hair done as like an experiment or just like desperate measures, but no. But I will say for me though, I got my hair braided hair in box braids, and obviously like box braids is a big thing in our culture, so like I'm very particular on how they look, how they feel and stuff like that. So these were like, when they were like low. My cats are so annoying. But I just did it because my cats are going crazy. I really did it because I needed like just my hair to go in a like semi-protective style, and it did what it was supposed to. It wasn't like what I am used to, but it was good. Number three. A lot of people assume that I'm from Africa, so like a lot of people, when they meet me and they're curious, and this is what I love. I love when people ask me questions. I don't like when people just stare at me. Like, if you want to know something, I'm very open, depending on what the question is. I'm very open on answering it, especially like if it's like, where are you from, about your culture. Like, I'm very open to answer questions about that. But if you're just staring at me like, that's like rude and it's annoying. But like, I like when people ask me like, where are you from and stuff like that, and try to engage in conversation, try to get to know me. Like, that's really like, that's so cool. So, you know, a lot of people everybody assumes that I'm from Africa, and I mean, I guess in a way I don't fault them for thinking that. But then in the other way, it's like, damn, like, it really shows me how, I guess, ignorant, and not ignorant in a rude way, but just ignorant as in like, they're not aware of different cultures and stuff like that. So when I say like, oh no, I'm not from Africa, I'm from America, and also when they hear my accent too, and it's like a clean accent, so they're just like, oh, America, wow, very good, very good. Like, a lot of people say, very good, America, America, but you're, and they go like this to their skin, like implying like, but you're black, like, how are you from America? And that really like blows my mind. Like, when I first got here, I was like, whoa, like really, they don't understand. Like, there's people everywhere, like everywhere there's people. And I'm like, yeah, there's also Asian people in America, there's white people, there's Hispanic people, there's Middle Eastern people, there's like so many different kinds of people in America. Like, but they don't see that. They just know from like, I guess, what they were taught, what they see on TV, what they hear. So yeah, it's kind of hard for them to kind of believe. I remember one time, oh my gosh, I remember one time my friend and I, she's from South Africa and she's white. And I remember, like, that was like my best friend. She went back home. That was like my best friend. Yeah, I love her so much. And we went everywhere together. And every time we went somewhere together, like, people would ask like, oh, where are you from? Just out of curiosity, because they encounter like many different like tourists and foreigners and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm from America and she's from Africa. or she'll be like, I'm from Africa and she's from America. And then like people would like be so confused, like we're like joking and stuff. And I feel like this one time we told this man at a restaurant and he got kind of offended, like we were playing with his intelligence. It was like kind of funny because it was like, what are you mad for? Or what do you feel like weird for? Like, it's true. One thing that I'm just like, there's no forgiveness for is pointing and laughing. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I feel like no one would like pointing and laughing, even if you're in your own country around your own type of people. Like, no one likes to be pointed and laughed at. So I feel like that's one thing that I kind of will never get used to, because it's just plain rude. Like, that's when you know somebody's actually being rude, you know? So, and the people that do it the most are like 12-year-olds, like kids, like 11, 12-year-olds to about 17-year-olds, like in that range, age range. Like that, because you know, it's like there's a lot of ignorance in that age range. So like it's a lot of those like people that laugh and point the most. I remember one time specifically, I was in Malaysia and I was with my friend who I was just talking about, and we were in Malaysia, and you know how we wear our head wraps. So I had mine wrapped to the front where the knot was right here, and one of them saw me. Like, they were both talking to each other, minding their business, we're minding our business, and then I just happened to look over, and one of the girls, she like tapped her friend like secretly, and she was like and I started laughing and pointing, and it took like everything in me not to say anything, because it's like, would they even understand me anyways? Like, I don't speak Malaysian, and I don't know if they understand English, so, and I'm in their neck of the woods, so it's like I can't really get rowdy or just like put them in their place. So I was just like, damn, that's like super annoying. But you know, like I said, a select few. I think what irked me the most about it wasn't the pointing, wasn't the laughing. It was the fact that they were wearing hijabs. So you guys are also wearing headwear. How are you laughing at me? And that really shows me how ignorant people can be. Like, they legit, both of them were wearing hijabs. And I'm like, you both are wearing headwear, religious headwear. Like, how are you laughing at me for wearing headwear just because it's styled differently? Like, that's what irked me the most with that situation. It was just weird. Like, even like when like brown people laugh at me, because like I think I mentioned earlier, like there's a lot of brown people here, like brown like me and even like deeper shades of brown. But brown people like point and laugh, that like irritates me the most, because it's like, you're also brown. It's like, what did I miss? Like, have you looked in the mirror lately? Like, you're also brown. Just because you're an Asian brown person doesn't erase that you're still brown. So it's really weird. It's like they're like, yeah, I'm brown, but I'm like Asian brown. You're like black brown. That's how I feel sometimes, or at least that's how I used to feel. Like now, like I really don't care, because I don't come into contact with it anymore, because I guess the people that I'm around now have gotten to know me, so they don't see me for like as a foreigner or as a black girl. Like, they just see me as another person. So I don't really come into it very often, and I live in a small like village town that I love so much. So, and I'm the only black person here. I'm the only black person here. When I first moved to this town, it was two of us. It was a black guy from, I think he was from South Africa, and me. And he has gone back home, and it's just not me. So I'm the only black person in this town. So like everyone knows me. And I love it. It's like a town of like, I want to say 5,000 people. It's a small town. 5,000, no more than 8. It's a small town, and I like it a lot. It's very rural, I guess. There's a lot of fields and plantations and crops and cows and bulls and goats and just farm life, and I love it a lot. There's like a lot of roosters, as I'm sure you can hear in the background. If you can't, they're there. So yeah, so I don't really feel like, oh, I'm black when I'm here, unless like a situation presents itself. But no, when I first got here, I noticed a lot of stuff because obviously I'm new, but no. But everyone's experience is different. You know, I'm sure there's people who've come here that don't experience anything, or there's people that come here and they experience everything. So, okay, so I had to come really quick because I'm editing the video, but I thought of a number 5 while I was editing, and so number 5 is like, this is not so much like a Thailand thing. This is more of like other like people, like from other countries, like tourists that come here. They want to take pictures with you, with me, not you. They want to take pictures with me. So like I've had people come up to me from like China, people come up to me from Russia, people come up to me from India, people come up to me from Sri Lanka, people come up to me from like different cultures and ask to take a picture. So I guess like number 5 would be like token black person type of thing. Cause like, I don't know. I mean, if they approach me friendly and stuff, then like, yeah, okay, whatever. And it also depends on the mood that I'm in. So like, if I'm like not in a picture taking mood and I'm just not feeling it, I'm just gonna politely say no, and they'll be like, okay, cool. But more times than not, I'll say sure, like I'll take a picture. So yeah, I've taken quite a few pictures. I mean, it's on their phone, so I don't have any, but I've taken a lot of pictures with people from like different cultures and stuff. I don't know. It's like, I feel like they're gonna go back home like, I went to Thailand and I seen a black person. But I mean, it's all friendly. I haven't had one that was like rude and they snickered after they took a picture. It was like very friendly, and they'll come up and be like, look at the picture, it came out very good. And I'm like, okay, nice meeting you. And then we'll probably have like an exchange of words like, oh, where are you from? How long are you on holiday? Oh no, I live here. Oh, okay, that's cool. And then we go about our business. But like, yeah, I've experienced people wanting to take pictures with me. But I've also had the people who like try to sneak and take pictures like on the slide, and I catch them, and obviously I'm not gonna slap their phones out their hand. It's just, it is what it is. Like those people, I know like they're either like shy to come up or they want to be funny. But then the ones who come up to me like, oh shit, like I've never seen you in person before. I want to take a picture with you. I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, so that's number 5, token black person. But I hope that little bit of information helped you out. I'm actually like pretty new to this, so if you want to know more, whoever is watching, whoever's watching, if you want to know more, or if you're interested in traveling to Asia, not Thailand specifically, but Asia, and you want to know some questions, I can answer them as best I can, or I can make a video. I do plan on making more videos because this is my last year in Thailand for a while, because I'm gonna go home and spend time with my family. So I actually feel like, I don't know, I want to make videos for people who look like me and they want to come, especially females. I feel like males have it easier because like they're just males, but I'm pretty sure it comes with some type of like stereotype or discrimination as well. But like for females, I feel like it's not common for us black females to be traveling, especially alone. So yeah, so let me know what else you want to know, because I can tell you, like, I feel like if I'm asked the question, I can like properly answer it, but like me just coming off the top of my head, like I got nothing. But yeah, this was actually pretty fun. So yeah, I'll get used to it. I do plan on making more videos since I'm not doing anything in quarantine besides working online and playing with my cats and going to the beach and enjoying rainy season. So this will be like my new little thing to do. Anyways, thank you for watching, and you'll see me